tips! Vim tips. Shh. Yep, the lockdown is definitely getting to me. But Vim tips though. This show called Vim Tips is and will always be YouTube's very favourite Vim-based show. This is the first episode, but regardless. Vim Tips is for the beginner and intermediate Vim user alike, and is hopefully a quick way to highlight and show off some of Vim's insanely massive, insanely powerful functionality. In today's episode, I want to show you how you can run shell commands from within the comfort of Vim and even take the results of those shell commands into your Vim editor. So let's dive on in. Hi there folks, my name is Ben and welcome back to the channel. If this is the first video that you're seeing from my channel, I would like to first off sincerely apologize, and then I would ask you to consider hitting that subscribe button if you like what I do here. And of course, hit that thumbs up button if you enjoy this video. Right, let's get to the screen. So here I am inside of Vim. You may have come across this scenario where you're typing away, creating lots of wonderful sentences or code or whatever it is you're typing away, and you need to very quickly execute a shell command. If, of course, you're using a terminal multiplexer like tmux, you could, of course, just switch panes, do the shell command there, and come back to Vim. However, as we all know, Vim is massive, and you can run that shell command from within Vim. To execute a shell command from Vim, it is incredibly simple. You enter command mode by using, from normal mode, the colon character, so everything afterwards is going to be a command, and all that you have to do is whatever command you want to trigger, you have to prepend it with a bang, with an exclamation mark. So, for example, if I want to echo something, just an echo command, I would do bang or exclamation mark, and then the command I want to do, echo test. Okay? So, colon for command mode, bang to say, hey, I'm going to run a shell command now, and then the actual command you want to run. I'm going to hit enter and see what happens. So, what's happened is we've sort of paused Vim, we've dropped out of Vim, and you can see the command has been triggered in my shell there, and you can see the result of the command test, because I just wanted to echo test, I just wanted to print test to the screen. You can see it's there, and it's now telling me press enter or type another command to continue. And if I hit enter, then it's going to take me back to Vim. Okay, so if I hit enter, it's now taking me back to Vim. So very quickly from Vim, I can trigger a shell command without having to switch panes, without having to sort of close Vim, do the command and reopen it, which on its own is incredibly powerful. However, there is an extra piece to this puzzle that is even more powerful. You can run a shell command from within Vim like we've just seen, but instead of having the output print outside of Vim in our normal terminal, just away from the Vim buffer, we can actually take the result of the command and stick it right into our Vim window without even leaving the window. If that's confused you, don't worry, I'm going to show you what I mean. So for this example, I want to show you that I have a file called text inside of the folder that I'm working in. Text just has some rubbish, here is some text inside of it. I'm going to open up Vim, and what I want to do is I want to run the ls command to tell me what files and folders I have in my current folder. But instead of just seeing them, I want to put them into this file for some reason. I want to maybe sort of archive what the files and folders are about. I want to write a little description for each. Whatever the reason is, I want to use the ls command, but bring the answer, the result, back into Vim. To do this, it's incredibly simple again. We enter command mode with the colon. So from normal mode, you hit the escape and colon to enter command mode. And whereas before we ran the shell command with a bang or an exclamation mark and the actual command, all we do now is take the bang and the command and prepend all of that with a dot, with a full stop. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to do dot bang ls. So the dot is a special character and it's going to say take the result and bring it right back into Vim. Just bring it back into this window, into this pane, into this buffer for me. The bang, of course, says, hey, I'm going to execute a shell command, and the ls obviously is the shell command. If I hit enter now, watch what happens. So I didn't leave Vim, I didn't leave this window at all, but the ls command has run, showing me, let me just prove it, that there is just that text file in there. Okay, if I just make another directory called blah, 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 and go back into Vim and do the same command, there it is, dot bang ls, you'll see now it's brought in the folder and the file, so it's just running the proper ls command. And the dot brings the result of the command back into Vim for me to do with whatever I want. So now I can do, oh yeah, this is a lovely folder, okay? Of course, ls is an incredibly simple command and it doesn't have to end there. Let's try some others. Let's bring the contents of that text file into our current Vim buffer. So command mode, dot to say bring the results back in here, bang to say this is now going to be a shell command, and we can just do like cat text, okay? If I hit enter, you can see it's catted the file called text, so it's read out the file called text, and it's brought it back into Vim because of the dot. It's incredibly powerful. Of course, equipped with that knowledge, now you are only limited by the shell commands that you know. There is a command called figlet out there, which basically takes as arguments some text and turns it into like bubble writing. So if I show you, figlet, this is a test. If I hit enter, figlet takes the this is a test and turns it into this bubble writing version. Figlet has loads of options and different font styles and all that kind of stuff, but we're not going into that today. But knowing that about figlet, I can go into Vim and I can use the knowledge that we're now equipped with, go into command mode, dot, bang, and figlet, and then create like cool titles for my document. So here is a figlet title. I'm going to hit enter, and there now figlet has run, and the result of figlet has been brought back into my Vim buffer, and I can now see the cool bubble writing. It might be a rubbish example, but this is something that I like to use the shell command result back into Vim functionality for. So that's it. That's all I wanted to show you. Never again should you need to exit Vim or switch windows to run a shell command. You can of course do that from within Vim, and the additional power is that you can bring the result of that command right back into Vim to do with whatever you want. And that is the end of the very first Vim tips video. If anybody is interested, I got my wonderful Vim shirt from redbubble.com. Thank you as always for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and of course, hit that bell icon if you want to be notified when I release new videos. As a bit of selfish self-promotion, myself and my team created a light-hearted, hopefully fun video that you can see on my channel as well. Link somewhere here or wherever the links are nowadays. And you can check that out and hopefully get a bit of a smile in these difficult lockdown quarantine times. If you have any questions, or if you just liked this Vim tips video and want to see me do more of this, then please feel free to reach out to me either in the comments down below, I do read them, or at my Twitter handle, which is @Ben_Cadell. Thanks for watching Vim tips. See you next time. You're synced up. Shut up, get out of here. Get out of here. Okay. In this episode of Vim tips, so stupid. Vim tips. Stop button if you enjoyed that video. Of course, just switch panes, do it there, and come back to Vim. And that.